You guys, just to introduce myself, I am Miss Shandra. Before I go ahead and get started with today's video, I just wanted to say I hope you guys are having a great start of the week. Everyone's still out there having fun and also staying safe. What I want to do here for my video today, actually my son is getting more into cooking. So we did a simple lesson today, which is how to boil eggs. So keep in mind, as far as supplies do go, again, you will not need too many supplies. The main thing that you're going to need is eggs. Also is a pot. So for my lesson today with my son, I use like a medium-sized pot here. With this pot, I was able to cook roughly 6 to 7 eggs. Now keep in mind, if you want more eggs, you definitely want to use a bigger pot. And I have a smaller pot to maybe cook if I may be cooking 1 or 2 eggs. So it's definitely up to you, however many you're going to cook. Another thing is definitely need is water. And then when the eggs get done, if you maybe have a plate or some type of bowl to put the eggs in when you're done. So let's go ahead and get started. So what I do as well, there's different ways to do this. Me personally, I cut my stove on first so it can already be heated up. I know some people, they wait to go ahead and turn the stove on, so when they have the water in the pot, they turn it on. But I just personally, I just like for it to go ahead and be heated up before I put the pot onto the stove. So it's definitely up to you on that. And then also what I do is I grab my pot. Now, as far as water go, I do not measure the water. I do have family members and friends that actually measure the water before they put the eggs in here. Me, I'm so used to making eggs. So what I do is if you have a pot here, I usually put maybe 3 to 4 cups of water into here. So just leaving enough room at the top. So if I had this pot here, I would fill it up to about right here, leaving just a little bit of space. Because keep in mind, when you add things to water, it does rise up. And then also when you're boiling water, it's going to splash if it's too much water into the pot. So it's going to splash over the pot. So I still leave enough room for just in case when, again, as far as adding objects or the water's boiling, it won't splash over everywhere. So once I add my water here to the pot, I go ahead and put it onto my stove top that I'm going to use. Again, mine is already on, so I put it onto the one that is already heated up. Once the water starts boiling, and I know my son's like, well, how do you know if it's boiling? Well, personally, when you look, you'll see that when the water is boiling, it'll start forming bubbles, and the bubbles get to popping everywhere and splashing. So that's how you know if the water is boiling. Again, if it's just hot and just nothing is going on in the pot, again, that is not boiling. A lot of times my son will be like, well, there's steam right there, it's boiling. No, you gotta wait until you actually see like the bubbles and things going on at the top of the water. Once you do see that, you're going to go ahead and place the eggs into the pot. Again, it would depend on you how many eggs you would like to put in there. Now, I know with my son, he tried to he tried to put in a lot of eggs, but keep in mind, you still want to make sure that the eggs are not sitting on top of each other, because you want them to also have time to cook and space to cook. So you want to make sure that, again, they're not topped off with other eggs on top. Make sure there's still enough room in the pot as well. So again, when I filled up this pot, it fits about 6 or 7 eggs. So if you're going to want more, you're going to want a bigger pot to kind of space out the eggs there. Now, as far as cooking time, there is so many ways as far as people like their boiled eggs. There is the least that you can cook that I have seen where it's fully cooked is going to be 11 minutes. Personally, me, I cook mine for about 15 to 16 minutes. So it's really dependent on you. Like, I love mine fully cooked. So what I did for this, for the experiment, I let my son do 12 minutes, and then we did 15, 16 minutes. And we can kind of see the difference with the egg yolk, which is the yellow part. As far as different in colors, the 15, 16 minutes was a little darker versus the 11 minutes. Either way, they're still fully cooked, and they're still good. So it depends on how you would like to, how long you would like to cook your egg, but I wouldn't go past 15 or 16 minutes. So once it is cooked, you're going to go ahead and take the pot off the stove top. I usually run cold water from the faucet into the pot so the eggs can cool down and I can be able to grab them and put them in my bowl. So it's not too much work, but I just want to keep in mind for my younger viewers, do not do this by yourself. Make sure that you have adult supervision, especially messing with the stove and hot objects. So adult supervision to help you out, you guys. Once you do take your boiled eggs from the cold water, again, you can crack them and go ahead and enjoy eating them. A lot of people even add salt and pepper to them to kind of give them a little more flavor. But you can definitely go ahead and enjoy eating the eggs. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and you have a great day.